All right, we're live, and today we're talking about, well, home prices in Los Angeles and whether you should move away from Los Angeles to another state and what options there are. So, LA, this traffic is always the traffic. It's homelessness. Right now, it doesn't matter what time it is. You look at traffic, and it's just going to be unbelievably heavy, except for 3 in the morning, of course. So, we're looking at the median home price in Los Angeles. Right now, even with the market starting to trend downward a little bit, it's still $1 million for a home in Los Angeles. Now, you could go to Kentucky where home prices are still in the 200,000s. So you could take your equity from your home in Los Angeles, move to Kentucky, buy a house for cash if you got enough equity. A lot of people do, and live there in Kentucky away from everything you've ever known. But maybe you don't want to do that. You'd have a lot of money in the bank, but you'd be in Kentucky. Maybe you want to be a little closer to home, but things like Las Vegas or Arizona, where the temperature is going to be about 103 tomorrow, and you're kind of used to LA temperatures, which are fairly moderate, and maybe that doesn't appeal to you. What if you lived 45 minutes from the beach and you were able to sell your home in LA, which is probably kind of old because homes in Los Angeles tend to be 40, 50, 60 and more years old. They're just older. What if I told you there's a home in Menifee, California, that you could move into that's 2 to 3 times bigger than what you've been living in all this time? It's supposedly worth $1 million. Well, it is worth $1 million right now. Um, so I'm going to share with you a house here in Menifee just so you can get an idea. So here we go. All right, so what is going on in Los Angeles right now? You've all seen, and I've seen it, this area of LA close to downtown, and a lot of areas of LA, um, where we got a real homeless problem. And it's unsolvable. In fact, Los Angeles is, according to sources, that it's the fourth largest homeless population, not in the United States, in the world. We're talking about cities like Manila, Philippines, and Mumbai, India. And here is Los Angeles, 60,000 and counting and growing homeless people. And they are creating problems of sanitation and, disposed needles in the street and everything that's dangerous to passersby and, in fact, to your kids. The problem is so bad that the city council just 2 days ago had a heated discussion, finally deciding to go ahead and ban homeless encampments near schools. And that was a difficult decision for the city council. This is not a problem that's getting better. Homeless man arrested for murder at Santa Monica Main Library, 1 or 2 days ago. So these problems just are continuing. And it's understandable when people want to get away. And what's not quite understandable is why the home values are still $1 million. But it's because people have to be near where they work a lot of the time. If you can manage to go to a location like Menifee, you can save a lot of money. You can actually, if you've got a decent amount of equity, you can break even or even do better than break even. If you've got a house that's say 1.2 million, and then you come and place a couple 100,000 down on this home you just saw in Menifee that's going for 716,000, and you're still left with like six figures, 1 or 200,000. That's quite a deal, and you don't have to leave the state. You're 45 minutes away from Carlsbad Beach. So the weather pattern tends to bring a lot more cooler weather here than you get in like Riverside or further inland or in the desert, of course, in Las Vegas and Arizona. So here is the agent to call for that house. And there's a link to see the full video down below, either on YouTube or on the website, menifeeprimehomes.com. If you want to see that, it's about twice as long as what you just saw. But there's a lot of good reason to think about the possibility of staying in California, but not having to stay in Los Angeles while there's a big differential in this market. I see housing prices in Southern California trending down, but some areas are trending down a little faster than others. And LA is an area that appears like it might be going a little faster than where the home prices in Menifee have only dropped a little. So if this is a move you want to make, you ought to look into it pretty quick. All right, hope this helps. This is Dave Keys with Dave Keys Media. Thanks for watching.